Welcome to the Grow Your Practice podcast. Hi, I'm your host, Chad Madden, owner of Madden Physical Therapy and Breakthrough. Join me each week as we dive into the best practices, systems, principles, tips, and tricks to help you grow your private practice.
In this episode of Grow Your Practice Live, we're going to be talking about how I made 7 YouTube videos that all reached over 1 million. I have a few more that are, I'm going to guess 6 more that are over 750,000. And it's really what the big takeaway here is really thinking about how you can be more valuable within your community using social platforms that exist. So a little bit of the backstory of YouTube. I had opened in 2003, 2009, 2008, 2009, we noticed the physicians within our market here in central Pennsylvania, they were being bought up by the local hospital sources and could no longer refer to us. So we went from an all-time high of 54 physician referrals in a month, and that was November of 2008, and gradually just started, those referrals went away. And many of those physicians I knew personally, and I said, hey, what's going on? And they said, and I thought maybe they had a patient upset or something like that. And they said, no, this is, we work for the hospital now and we just can't, we're not allowed to refer to you. And I said, okay, I got it. So really looked into direct-to-consumer marketing. We had a pretty hard crash where right as that was happening, I also went from 4,000 square feet to 12,000 square feet, made a lot of errors in team building, didn't really have the financial systems in place that we have today, did not know how to market direct to the consumer. So we're trying to figure those things out, crashed hard, lost a lot of money within the practice. And in 2010, a friend said, hey, why don't you come to this event? I got you a ticket. So Jeffrey Gitomer, I have many of the Jeffrey Gitomer books on the shelf here right behind me. And Jeffrey Gitomer at that time wrote a business article on sales that was syndicated in 110 newspapers. So this is when newspapers were a thing, probably kind of like at the beginning of the end. And his entire show, the entire event was around, hey, I am in this media. This is legacy media. He didn't call it that, but he said, I write for a living. This is dying. And he said, there is something new that's coming and you need to understand what is happening. And if you don't, you're going to be in trouble. And if you do, the world is your oyster. Type deal. And he said this thing is audio-visual, and he was talking about YouTube and all the various forms of it. And he said basically like some sort of audio-visual platform is going to win. And we're talking about winning attention and eyeballs. And this is before, iPhones were as popular as they are today. And there wasn't YouTube, there wasn't TikTok, there weren't really these crazy platforms. So anyhow, I bought all of Jeffrey's books and was reading them. And I was like, okay, so big principle number 1 is just deliver value, right? So how could I deliver value? And I started this little exercise. I was like, well, the patients are asking me questions every day. This is before we had Google Analytics and all these other, more advanced, sophisticated algorithms of understanding what people were asking. So I took out a sheet of notebook paper every Monday and I would carry it around in my pocket. And if a patient would ask me a question, I would write that question down. And then Friday, I had a 1-hour block of time and I had a flip camera, which is, I know they don't sell them anymore. I think they were out in like 2013, but I had a little flip camera that looked like a phone. It had a single screen and there was one red button and then like a switchblade USB drive. And I would record on the flip phone, plug into my computer, trim the ends, and then just post it to YouTube. And originally I did that nothing more than answering questions in 3 to 5 minutes that patients were asking. So if they said, hey, I have impingement syndrome, what is that? I would do a video on impingement syndrome. And then somebody said, hey, today's my last visit for back pain and sciatica. I feel great. If this ever comes back again in the future, because I'm not going to do 20 different exercises the rest of my life, what are the 3 that I should be doing? So I started creating videos, top 3 exercises for, in that case, back pain and sciatica. Made it for a single patient, posted it on YouTube. Didn't really have too much expectation. Wasn't trying to get millions of views or likes or anything like that. Was not driving traffic to it. And what happened from that is a few of those videos went viral. And if you take a look I'll share my screen for those of you that are watching right now. If you take a look at this, you can see what are the common themes. So top 1 is 4.9 million views, top 3 exercises for sciatica and pinched nerve, posted in February of 2011, right? Top 3 exercise for herniated disc. That came from a patient asking that question, same idea, 2.5 million views there. Top 3 exercises for carpal tunnel syndrome, for piriformis syndrome, top 3 exercises for joint pain. The most viewed videos I've ever made are just that title. Very, very simple. And you don't have to agree with the exercises that I share. They're all very rudimentary, elementary, simple exercises, easy to perform. perform, but that is what you're looking to do. In terms of thinking about value, you want to keep it very simple. You don't have to lay out your entire exercise tree, progressions and everything else. You want to keep it very, very simple when you're using platforms like TikTok or YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, whatever that might be. So yeah, number 6 up there is, can I heal my torn rotator cuff? That was a patient question. 3 steps to permanent relief for SI joint and pelvic pain, 3 self-adjustment techniques for joint pain. So that was June 6th, 2017. It was probably the latest one up there. That was for a colleague, Ben Greenfield, who you may or may not know, wrote Beyond Training and has another book, blanking on the name of it. I think it's Ben Greenfield Life. His podcast now, very popular. He's having some joint issues, and he said, what are 3 things I can do to self-adjust? Asked it in a business group that I'm in, and I made a video and just shared it with him. You can see that has 900,000 views.
Before we continue with this episode, here's a word about our course, Profitability Under Pressure.
How does your practice's profitability today compare to what it was back in 2019? Is it keeping pace with inflation? Hey, this is Chad Madden here. I want to introduce you to the Profitability Under Pressure program. This is a 90-day masterclass designed to help you build a robust financial system for your practice. Most owners aim to improve revenue per visit and enhance their bottom line. However, many are facing declining reimbursements and rising operational costs, making it challenging to maintain financial health. The Profitability Under Pressure program consolidates the best practices currently working for practice owners into one comprehensive system. This program will help you boost profit margins, reclaim your time, gain time freedom, and assist more people in your community and leave a bigger impact. You'll learn how to conduct a profit leak audit, create a profit plan, and use various levers to increase revenue. Additionally, you'll get a 90-day trial of our patient demand software and access to our exclusive Inside Circle community. Here you can connect with other like-minded practice owners who are navigating similar challenges and finding solutions. Don't just take our word for it. Hear from owners like Lance Gross, who added $1.1 million to his bottom line, Peg Gray, who got her finances under control, and Jeff Gersh, who saved time with our cheat sheet for increasing profitability. Don't miss this opportunity. Apply today for the Profitability Under Pressure program and start increasing your profits by $10,000 or more within just 90 days of implementation, guaranteed. Secure a more stable financial future for your practice. Click below and apply now to join the ranks of successful physical therapy private practice owners who transform their businesses with our program. Apply today.
Thank you for listening this far. Now back to the episode.
And again, I'm sure when you were at Thanksgiving, you had a line of relatives saying, hey, can you take a look at my shoulder? Can you take a look at my back? Can you take a look at my hip, my knee? Tell me what's going on here. Whatever you're being asked for, that is what's valuable. Today, you could open up Google, type in any term that you treat. So let's say today you treated somebody with shoulder pain. You could type in shoulder pain and you would get, here, I'll do it right now live. I'm going to go to Google and I'll just type in shoulder pain. And Google has 4 questions that people ask. How can I tell if my shoulder pain is serious? How can I recover from shoulder pain? What is the best medicine for shoulder pain? What is the best exercise for shoulder pain? So if I click on any, that's the top 4. So this is what people are literally typing into Google. So if I click on what is the best exercise for shoulder pain, then it opens up more insights. So how do I get rid of shoulder pain as soon as possible? What is the number 1 shoulder exercise? And if I just keep clicking, what is the single most effective exercise? What is the number 1 arm exercise? If I click on any of these, it opens up more. So we can quickly get to, I think I did 3 clicks and now I'm up to 12 different questions. What should you not do with shoulder pain? How to stop shoulders hurting in bed. That's literally somebody typed into Google. And what illness starts with shoulder pain? So they're looking at red flags there. All of those things, as I'm reading these aloud right now, you could answer any single one of these questions. So the key is to be doing that, to be providing value. Whatever your patients are asking for, whatever your relatives, your friends and family are asking for, just answer those questions, do it in video format, keep it short and simple, 60 seconds on some platforms, YouTube, you can go longer format. But yeah, think about doing that. You don't need to have 1 million views. You don't need to have, I forget what I have, 80,000 subscribers, something like that. You don't need any of that. And yes, those videos, they're monetized. So I did earn money from Google. I think over the lifetime though, just to put things in perspective, I think it's $95,000. So in the beginning, when I started posting the majority of those videos, there was no monetization. And so I just put them on. I was helping out a single person and then they would go viral, a few of them. And that wasn't the original intention. Think about providing value first and good things will happen to you. You don't have to monetize on, just create the video, share it on your social channels, put it in your email, post it on your social page, and you can have a lot of success there. I will tell you some wild stories from doing this. The sciatica and pinched nerve one, at one point, like 2013, 2014, if you sciatica. So if you typed in sciatica, Google, it was the #1 video that would come up in Google search, that one with 5 million views. It's no longer the case today, but it was at the time. And what happened is I would get long form emails from people who swam upstream and they said, let me tell you about my sciatica. And, it would be hundreds of words about their story with sciatica, all the failed treatments they have. And then would I be willing to take a look at their MRIs, x-rays, etc. Truth be told, you are likely a better clinician than I am. But because I hit the record button, because I had posted out valuable, good content, valuable, easy to understand, simple content, they viewed me as an authority and a celebrity and an expert. And they would be willing to fly. So we've had people fly in from California, Idaho, Kentucky, the Kentucky 3 times, Florida, drive down from Manhattan to Harrisburg, which is a 3+ hour drive. So New York City, drive up from Baltimore, hour and a half, drive in from Philadelphia, hour 45, drive in from Pittsburgh, 4 hours away to Harrisburg to be treated here because I put a video on YouTube. That is kind of crazy. So even with that, you don't need to be an authority, celebrity, expert across the whole country or whatever country you're listening to, right? Listening to this podcast episode right now. You just need to be an authority, celebrity, expert in your community. So if you think about owning, a 5 or 10 mile radius for a specific diagnosis, that's what I would think about doing. And I would dive deep. So I've had quite a few, friends, colleagues that have either worked here with us in private practice or have worked with us through Breakthrough that have taken this to the next level, and they will do a deep dive on one specific diagnosis. So it could be something around, back pain and sciatica, piriformis syndrome, back pain and pregnancy, and all of this is just around back pain, right? Osteoarthritis or disc degeneration or herniated disc. So you can get a specialty and then do a deep dive and create a ton of content around that one thing, and then you will become a celebrity expert and authority for that said topic. People will start viewing you differently, more readily, accepting your treatment recommendations, etc. They're going to respect you more when they walk in the office. So that's how we created the content for years. I did that for 2 or 3 years, have not posted consistently in 10+ years unless somebody has a favor, and then I'll frequently just film a video and post it, but it's pretty light. I don't do anything with the channel on a day-to-day basis. There's thousands of comments in there that I'll never get to, but so some really cool things happen off of that in my career as a treating physical therapist. And just think about the principles that I just shared with you. Always deliver value. Just recapping here, always deliver value, #1. #2 is think about just writing down and recording the questions that people are already asking you and then answering those questions. 3 is every Friday afternoon, I would dedicate 1 hour to filming and curating those questions and posting. Very, very simple. I would film, edit the video, very light edit. You can see if you go back, there's nothing amazing in terms of the editing there. Post it to YouTube and that would be it. And then my hour would be over. And then the next week I would do the same exact thing. So get yourself on a consistent schedule as well. As always, if you want to learn more about what we're doing here at Breakthrough, helping private practices get the word out about the great services that they offer, just head over to getbreakthrough.com and you can learn more. We have lots of tools over there, more resources as well. Otherwise, thank you for listening and I will see you next week. See everybody.
How does your practice's profitability today compare to what it was back in 2019? Is it keeping pace with inflation? Hey, this is Chad Madden here. I want to introduce you to the Profitability Under Pressure program. This is a 90-day masterclass designed to help you build a robust financial system for your practice. Most owners aim to improve revenue per visit and enhance their bottom line. However, many are facing declining reimbursements and rising operational costs, making it challenging to maintain financial health. The Profitability Under Pressure program consolidates the best practices currently working for practice owners into one comprehensive system. This program will help you boost profit margins, reclaim your time, gain time freedom, and assist more people in your community and leave a bigger impact. You'll learn how to conduct a profit leak audit, create a profit plan, and use various levers to increase revenue. Additionally, you'll get a 90-day trial of our patient demand software and access to our exclusive Inside Circle community. Here you can connect with other like-minded practice owners who are navigating similar challenges and finding solutions. Don't just take our word for it. Hear from owners like Lance Gross, who added $1.1 million to his bottom line, Peg Gray, who got her finances under control, and Jeff Gersh, who saved time with our cheat sheet for increasing profitability. Don't miss this opportunity. Apply today for the Profitability Under Pressure program and start increasing your profits by $10,000 or more within just 90 days of implementation, guaranteed. Secure a more stable financial future for your practice. Click below and apply now to join the ranks of successful physical therapy private practice owners who transform their businesses with our program. Apply now. We're awarding 10 $1,500 grants for private practice owners. However, you must apply before November 1st. Click the link below to apply for the Profitability Under Pressure program and the $1,500 grant before November 1st.